Imus in the morning on Sports Radio 66. The Fan, WFAN.
I shouldn't make fun of him, though, because I think I'm losing it, too. Because I could have sworn I heard that Gorbechev won the Nobel Peace Prize. Am I hallucinating here? This is the end of the world as we know it. It's like the Ceausescu's making Parents of the Year. It's like Lupica winning the Pulitzer Prize for Literature. I mean, am I wrong, or is old Smudgehead a godless commie?
Well,
ain't this the leader of a country that's based on the theory of socialism, the good old U.S. of S.R., where the men are men and so are the women? Where you live your life for the good of the state, and if you're a high-ranking member of the state, life is good. Everybody else can cheerfully wait on line for 6.5 hours to get a loaf of bread and a roll of toilet paper. Aren't these the same people who blew a Korean airline plane out of the sky like it was at a f***ing trap shoot? That's pretty peaceful, huh? If truth is stranger than fiction, I'm living in a Twin Peaks episode. By the way, lose the 3 testicles bits, will you? Nobody likes that shit. At least on TV, we get to look at a few world-class babes between the spooky giants and dancing midgets. This is radio, babe. And what's slow-moving and confusing on TV is real f***ing tedious on the radio. It's like listening to the minute-by-minute Imus health check. So you're dying of some bizarre respiratory ailment, huh?
no.
Damn. You need a vacation. You need a place to get away on the weekends. But I really don't think you should be looking in the Hamptons.
Really?
It ain't for you. Let's face it, baby, it ain't exactly Hamptons material. The Hamptons are for rich elitists who like to gather at petite soirees and discuss investment alternatives. You like to get naked and cook noodles with your cat. I mean, you're outclassed here. You're going to be out there with people like Tom Wolfe, George Plimpton, and Dick Cavett. You'll be at some cocktail party rubbing elbows with people who wouldn't cross the street to on you if you were on fire. I mean, just picture this little scenario. Blaine Trump is sipping a glass of Chardonnay, talking about the works of Joseph Campbell with Paul Simon at some black tie banquet. They're discussing how the hero's descent into hell pertains to the cosmogonic cycle. Now, here comes Donnie in his bicycle pants with a plate full of cocktail weenies and a Perrier going, hey, does that Sherilyn Fence knockers give you a boner or what? You stupid bastard!
Imus in the morning.
Which one is
Mention me.
Pardon me?
Why didn't your sports guy mention me?
Well, Roger, we're talking about the World Series.
What am I, a bag of shells? I pitched a no-hitter last night. Where was he?
I don't think you played last night, Roger. Roger, could you...
The dog's laughing at me.
Could you get the phone away from your mouth a little bit?
The dog's laughing at me.
I'm sure he is.
Make him stop. Make him stop.
Mike Brain continues.
Make him stop.
We'll make him up now.
There's a man coming out of the phone.
Okay. There's a man coming out of the phone?
Yes. Make him stop.
Hang it up and he'll go away.
What?
Hang it up and he'll go away.
Hang up, Roger. Come on.
I'm in the morning.
Here now, the former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Gene Kirkpatrick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The challenge in the Persian Gulf arena remains the same today as it did when we first responded to Iraq's adventurism. To persuade Saddam Hussein that he cannot succeed in this effort, and that if he persists in trying, we will kick the shit out of him and hang him out to dry, okay? Good, now let's move on. Nothing has changed over there. We're exactly where we were 2.5 months ago, and exactly where we'll be 2.5 months from right now. We got a guy in the White House who's proven himself unable to decide whether to you-know-what or get off the can about anything. An unhinged bedbug who's managing the nation's affairs about like Tony La Russa, for Christ's sakes, just managed the Oakland A's. And will somebody please explain to me what that was all about, huh? The Oakland A's. The stuff of dynasty? How about the stuff of dysentery? Let's back up and see if I'm getting this right, okay? Oakland gets flattened by this runaway truck with Cincinnati plates on it. Humiliated, humbled. And now these humorless jerks not only refuse to give the Reds credit for their accomplishment, but are saying it was a fluke, that they didn't deserve to win? I've heard of sour grapes before, but this is right out of Jim Jones' Snappy Punch recipe. Pardon me, but I don't think so. Dave Stewart sums up by telling the sports writers that it's not the best team that wins, it's the best team for 4 games. Oh, I see. Hello? Is this thing on? Houston to Stewart. You're breaking up, you dirtbag. What World Series was this idiot watching?
Yeah.
And I do mean watching,
Yeah.
because he sure as hell wasn't doing anything to prevent this massacre. Trust me, Dave Stewart has just proved that his famous death stare is representative of nothing more than brain decay.
Right.
You lost, Stewart. You and that bunch of chumps got beat like an illegitimate stepchild. You are the ring around the collar of the Oakland Coliseum. You're the waxy yellow buildup on the floor of baseball's bathroom. Take a hike if you got a compass. You have embarrassed America, and may you never, never, ever win another baseball game. Here's hoping your houseplants die and your kids grow up to be carnival geeks and car thieves. And that's Crisis in the Gulf, I'm Gene Kirkpatrick. Thank you very much.
Imus in the morning.
Now, I know if I want to call Canseco, I dial that 900 Jose, right?
I'm fine.
Well, what if I want to talk to his wife? What number do I use? 970-SLUT or 1-800-LICK-ME? Jesus.
Joe, come on.
I'm so f***ing depressed.
Joe.
I feel terrible. The dream has melted. The original Conehead is gone. The man who invented soft ice cream finally has gone to that big banana boat in the sky. Tommy, we hardly knew ye. What a sad sight, you know? All the Carvel owners wearing their turbans at half-mast. Did you hear anything about funeral arrangements?
No.
Because I could have sworn I heard they were going to dip them in hot fudge and roll them in nuts before they stuck them in the ground. I don't know why they just didn't move a few flying saucers out of the way and drop them in the freezer like they did with Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Nah, it would have been too dangerous. Because there he'd be lying under the loyo, stiffer than Fudgy the Whale, and here comes old Akbar and sells them by mistake. Oh, yes, this is our new ice cream treat, Cookie Corpse. Wednesday ain't Sunday no more because Sunday was done day for old Tommy Boy. I used to love watching him on TV, you know. He'd go, buy one, get one free. Well, he bought it, so which one are we getting free of next? Please tell me it's going to be David Dinkins.
Yeah.
A 5% pay cut? What a guy. That'll just about cover the f***ing headboard. What, he thinks he's a hero? It's not exactly a charitable contribution. I mean, it ain't like he's going to be able to take it off his f***ing taxes or anything. He's got to find himself a new good excuse to get out of hot water.
Yeah.
Maybe he should go the dream route like Hussein.
Yeah.
I can see Dinkins up there going, oh yeah, Fiorella LaGuardia came to me in my sleep, told me to cut a couple of million from the budget, start reading the Sunday funnies over the radio. What a scam this dream thing is, huh? Hussein's got his pockmarked little hiney pressed up against a sand dune, knows it's only a matter of time before he's got to bring in the camels, get the hell out of Kuwait, but he can't lose face with his people. Because you know, once you get a couple of 100,000 sand monkeys fired up, they stay fired up. So bingo.
Imus in the morning.
No matter what you hear to the contrary, son. Hey, you ain't gonna believe this, son. Guess who's up here with me?
Hello, it's Tom Carvel.
Ain't he a killer, son? Hey, you know how I like to have a snack now and again, Imus. Well, finally, we can get some decent ice cream up here. It puts me in the mind of a song. It goes like this. Oh, well, listen, help me out here, will you, Tom?
Alrighty,
Well, flying saucers,
and Fudgy the Whale.
if you ain't got a cone, just put it in a pail. And don't you step on old Tom Carvel. You can do anything, but not old Tom Carvel. Do it with me now. All right, son. Yeah, even though we can get decent desserts now, I was kind of sad to see old Tom here take a header down there, Imus.
You know, we never use an air pump.
Yeah, well, maybe that was one time you should have, Hoss. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that kind of reminds me, though, about when me and old Priscilla was back there at Graceland, and she'd want to play ice cream store. Yeah, she'd fix herself up in roller skates and a little car hop outfit and give me curb service, you know what I mean? And then I'd dunk my cone in her Vanilla Mr. Softy, and she'd say, you want sprinkles on that? And I'd say, well, enough of this. I see old Tom coming back, pedaling a pushcart like a man possessed. Hey, Carvel, over here, son. Whatever you're selling, give me about 6 or 10 of them, will you? Here he comes, Imus.
Hey, Elvis, look at this.
What do you got, boy?
Brand new item. 'Cause, you know, every day's Sunday up here.
Uh-huh.
How about this little bugger? Angel Puss.
That looks good.
Hey, here's another new one. Fudgy the Seraphim.
Oh, yeah, give me that, yeah.
Hey, don't take them all. Hey, Elvis, put them back, you fat bastard.
Imus in the morning.
Thank you very much, Imus in the morning. And if you would indulge me today, Imo, I feel a need to focus on a single issue and exclude the others right before me. What are you doing with that coin?
I'm spinning around here.
Don't do that while I'm talking.
Fine.
Drives me nuts. Pat always does that. Spins a vodka bottle around over and over. Issue 1, Holyfield versus Douglas, Mayhem at the Mirage, as it was billed. Though had Dick Nixon been penning the headline, he would have preserved the alliteration and made it much more accurate by stating not Mayhem at the Mirage, but rather Marine Mammal at the Mirage. Now a piece of advice, Imus. Stay out of the prediction game, huh? How about these odds? It's about 50-50. You'll make a complete fool of yourself. Do you recall these words spoken at 10:15 the morning before the bout?
I guarantee you that Buster Douglas will win this fight tonight. There is no question about it.
That's beginning to sound like an Imus lock.
It is an Imus lock. Buster Douglas will win this fight easily.
Hello? Hello in there? Anybody home behind that vacancy sign?
Well?
Jesus, Imo, Douglas weighed 1,000 pounds. Holyfield should have been allowed to carry a harpoon. I mean, Buster looked as though he would never have to worry about having to face George Foreman because he had eaten George Foreman. How could you ever come to such an idiotic conclusion that this aircraft carrier could beat Evander Holyfield?
Well?
It was like throwing Walter Hudson into a cattle tank with a cougar. Can you or anybody else explain how someone could come to such a view, eh?
Well, I mean, I thought based on their previous opponents...
Rhetorical, you nitwit. Question not requiring an answer, stated to illustrate a point.
Well,
God, but you've got an anvil for a head. Are you sure you weren't in my administration back there somewhere?
Well.
Saying things like, go ahead, Mr. President, nobody will ever know. You should have been telling me things like, burn the tape. Much as you should have burned your tape.
Well.
I mean, I hate to dress you down like this, Dono, but you're such a buffoon that I feel it's a holy mission.
you seem like you're pretty upset about this.
Because I lost $5,000 on your brilliant insight, Ferdy Pacheco, Mr. Don Dunphy. I'm going to kill myself. Jesus. And in this corner, fighting out of Glacier Bay, Alaska, James Blubber Douglas. That's opinion, my man, from a man intimately familiar with titles lost, the former president of the United States. Give me that coin, will you? I want to try throwing it across the Potomac. You know, like Washington did. Maybe they'll let me back in.
Imus in the morning.
Well, he
Like me.
Yeah, but he didn't lose, did he?
No. But you know, everything is different over there. You can't train very well because unless you like going to a bait store to buy your dinner, you can't eat nothing.
A bait store?
Yeah. and besides, Japanese people don't know how to react to black people.
Oh, really?
I would walk down the street and they would think I was some kind of monster.
Yeah.
Run away screaming, Rodan is coming, clear the streets, Godzilla's attacking. and the Japanese people are so much smarter.
Really?
For example, can you speak Japanese? No.
No, I can't.
Can I speak Japanese?
You can't
No.
speak English.
Yeah, but you know over there, even the little kids can speak Japanese.
Really? Oh, God damn.
I don't feel bad about Buster losing the fight.
You know.
I just really wanted to see him crawling around the ring looking for his mouthpiece like I did. Besides, he got almost $20 million to lose that fight.
Yes, he did.
You get $20 million to lose a fight, why you care about some stupid belt? Ain't like you're gonna wear it with a tuxedo or anything.
No.
You got $20 million, you buy your own belt. $20 million, a van that hit me and my Mr. Dinky for 3 hours. Ha 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 ha. Hey, bartender.
Imus in the morning.
Professional association with the disc jockey, Don Imus, we've about had it. Consider for a moment how you'd like working for Satan. Not on your top 10 list of things that induce euphoria, I'd wager. But number 1 with a bullet on your list of things that give you the cross-eyed, tongue-protruding, screaming heaves. It's true. The Imus in the Morning staff can no longer stomach Imus in the Morning.
Oh, wait a minute.
We know there's no way to dislodge him, nor would we, since we recognize that we are parasites feeding on him. So what options exist? A couple.
Yeah.
The one we'd like to exercise is the one where we contract to have him beaten. I mean, really broken up. Then we arrange to have a note left at the scene that reads simply, the staff. The other option, and probably the more feasible, since it would be nothing all that new to him, would be to have him remanded to a mental institution. Believe me, it wouldn't be difficult. He is clinically red hog staring mad. Look for a moment at these Imus sites I've gathered on my desk here. Dick Nixon, Gene Kirkpatrick, Mike Tyson, Walter Cronkite, Howard Cosell, and if I can squeeze myself into this group, Andy Rooney. The whole bunch just looks whipped, battered, and psychologically broken. What a shame. Gene Kirkpatrick, your Imus thoughts?
Well, in diplomatic terminology, Mr. Rooney, I wish he were disassociated from our personnel roster on a fixed procreative basis.
Mm-hmm. And just what does that mean, Ms. Kirkpatrick?
I wish he were dead.
I see. Mr. Nixon?
Thank you. Imus, I've found, has a voracious appetite, in my view, and an unappeasable gluttony for discord and friction. I, too, wish he were dead.
And how about you, Mr. Tyson?
I wish it was me who could make the dead.
Walter Cronkite, the most trusted man in America.
Uncomfortable as I am in expressing personal opinion, having sought to be dispassionate so many years. In the Imus matter, I subscribe to the dead solution, believe me.
And Mr. Cosell?
I've known Imus for 2 decades. A quarreling, jarring, strident, thoroughly disagreeable man. Would that the really were dead, to tell it as it is.
Well, that's 5 dead to none, then, to fix this growling, grousing malcontent. And I'm Andy, dead Rooney, to make it 6. Don't you just love unanimity? Thank you.
Imus in the morning.
I'm on in the morning.